Welcome to World 11 News Channel.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to roll out the red carpet for the eventual arrival of the X-Men on screen, and Captain America, Brave New World, contains one of its most overt nods yet. As the many trailers for the upcoming film, out this weekend, confirmed, adamantium is introduced in a big way. Fans recognize this as the fictional and virtually indestructible rare metal that lines the skeleton of a prominent X-Men character, Wolverine, portrayed on the big screen by Hugh Jackman in last year's Deadpool and Wolverine. But in the main timeline of the Avengers movies, it arrives in a different way. The 2021 film Eternals revealed Earth to essentially be a giant egg for a colossal celestial being known as Tiamat. If the cosmic entity were to hatch, the planet would be destroyed. To save the globe, Gemma Chan Cersei used her transformation powers to turn a mid-hatched Tiamat into what appeared to be solid marble. The remains now linger as a giant island in the Indian Ocean. Captain America, Brave New World shows how humanity responded to this emergence. World leaders established research facilities to examine the structure, as Japan began mining minerals from what is now referred to as Celestial Island. What they found was adamantium, and now nations are squabbling over the discovery of a metal that, in the context of this ongoing story, is more versatile and more indestructible than the vibranium of Wakanda. The Serpent Society, a brutal mercenary group led by Giancarlo Esposito's Sidewinder, already weaponized the metal. An early sneak peek of the movie for press showed how a member of the Serpents was able to cut through Captain America's vibranium-laced suit with adamantium daggers. According to Marvel producer Nate Moore, there was a cooling-off period after Disney purchased the rights to the X-Men in a splashy 2019 studio acquisition deal, which is why Marvel's mutants didn't immediately rush in to join the movies and TV shows. But that period is officially over. Now that we can build the path towards X-Men, we want to start sprinkling in these things so that it doesn't feel like you're going to drink from a fire hose when that movie comes, so that the MCU starts to lay the groundwork for what could come, Moore tells Entertainment Weekly. Since Eternals, Marvel fans wondered aloud on social media how the franchise would address this massive celestial skeleton just hanging out in the middle of the ocean. Moore says they were asking themselves a similar question internally. What we didn't want was Tiamat to be popped in the background of a bunch of different movies without any context or story, he explains. So we wanted to make sure when we went back to that idea, we had a really good reason to do so. Merging Tiamat with the idea of it being the birthplace of adamantium we thought was really interesting because it's something that's only in the MCU. Obviously, we take our cues from publishing a lot. But we are building a massive story in the MCU, and we wanted to start to layer on what we've done in the past to make it all feel like one cohesive story. Deadpool and Wolverine was the big film to incorporate X-Men characters into Disney's cross-medium franchise, but we also saw Kelsey Grammer's Beast pop up in 2023's The Marvels. Ms. Marvel herself, Iman Vellani, referred to as a mutant in her 2022 standalone series. Patrick Stewart's Professor Charles Xavier ride into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness 2022, and Storm descend into What If 2024. Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige divulged at a November fan event that Avengers Secret Wars, coming to theaters on May 7th, 2027, really leads us into a new age of mutants and of the X-Men. Moore tells EW, "Our X-Men plans are still pretty fluid, but make no mistake they are coming.